and I'm just going to mute everybody for now, just so there's not background noises ringing around. But if you do want to say something, you can just unmute yourself and talk. You don't have to raise a hand or anything like that. So you should be able to unmute yourself if you want to. So I'm Zach Kilpatrick. I think I've met most of you. I'm professor in the applied math department here. We're doing APPM 5470 remotely this semester. And everything will mostly proceed like as if it were in person. You got a couple emails, and I think everybody should have received this syllabus document. Office hours and lectures will all be on this Zoom link. Was everybody able to access Canvas? Or everybody that's tried has been able to access Canvas? Okay. See mostly nods. So I'll kind of go through some of the nitty-gritty of what we'll cover in the course. I just want to point out that the main text that'll have a lot of the homework problems and that will kind of follow the pedagogy of is this PDE book by Shear and Levy. And I made a PDF copy available on the website. There's other good books that may fill in more details about Fourier series and some of the topics that Shear and Levy are a little bit more lean on. Like Evan's book goes a little bit more in depth into some of the existence and uniqueness results. And you'll also see, if you look at that book, that actually Shear and Levy have borrowed a lot from that textbook. So that's a good text to have. And then if you want extra practice problems, actually this book by Walter Craig is good. I actually pull a couple homework problems from there. So there'll be 7 sets that are due about every other week. And that's all pretty straightforward. It'll be on Canvas. I'll have 3 take-home exams, and the way those will work is that I'll assign the exam typically on the morning of the day that you're supposed to take it. So if you see down here, Monday, October 5th is the first exam. Typically, I give like 2 prelim style problems. And then you'll have until 11:59 that night to take it, scan it, and send it back to me. And you'll have 2 hours to take it. If you want to know good places to look for problems, I would encourage you to look at the prelim bank, which you can find by Googling just CU Boulder partial differential equations prelim exam. There's also a link to it in the calendar that I sent out. So this again it's pretty much the structure that we had when it was in person, just except that you'll be able to take the exam at your house. As far as like asking questions during the exam, I'm giving a little bit of extra time than we usually would have, 120 minutes. We can try doing like Zoom questions during the exam, but I probably won't always be able to be available. So my suggestion is that I schedule a time that's maybe mutually agreeable to most of the class, where if you want to be able to ask me questions during the exam, I'll be on Zoom at that time and you can log on and talk to me. It's supposed to be a closed computer exam, but you can use your computer for Zoom if you need to just ask me some clarification questions about the exam. So I'll circle back to that before the exams. Are there questions about that? That's maybe one of the main differences about this course being remote. Okay. And because of the remoteness, I mean, I think in a way, remote lectures are nice in that you're going to get a recorded lecture that you can go back and review. You know, you don't have to well, run to this class at least. I don't know if you have other in-person classes that you have to run between. And I think one thing that's always maybe a little bit more difficult is encouraging participation. And so that's why I'm going to record a lecture for Friday and then have Fridays be more like a problem working session. So I'll set a problem at the beginning of the lecture period, and then you all can work on it and we can discuss it. That can also be time that you can ask questions about the other lectures, and maybe, you know, ask me to go through some things like as you would in a recitation. So again, that's something that's different about this semester maybe than other semesters. If you don't have a tablet or a document camera, I would encourage you to get one. You can kind of make one with your phone by stacking books up and just putting your phone camera down onto something that you're writing. It'll just help if you're coming to office hours and asking me questions about calculations or proofs that you're working through. Then we can sort of share our work with each other. The other thing you can do is text stuff up if you're, you know, comfortable doing that, and you can share screen with me doing that. We can also try just holding up sheets of paper to the camera, but that doesn't always work so well. And again, because we're in a global pandemic, I mean, if anything comes up that really prevents you from participating in the course, or, you know, just something happens, just reach out to me by email as soon as possible, and, you know, we can work out something that's consistent and fair in order to account for, you know, whatever's holding you up or disrupting your participation in the course. And I mean, this is all the kind of public health orders for campus. You know, we're not going to be in person except for times when we'll do some outdoor maybe meeting sessions. I still am waiting to see what the smoke advisory is, and also maybe asking Ann what space is reasonable to use. There are tents outside the engineering building, but I think it may be easiest just to go to like a field somewhere. So it probably won't happen this week, but maybe next week I'll set a time. I think on the survey, most people said that they would prefer that to either be in class time or office hours. So maybe it'll just be like next Friday or something like that. But I'll let you know about that when we can schedule some outdoor time. So yeah, when we're in person, we need to maintain 6 feet. Everybody needs to wear a mask. Just all the kind of common sense pandemic things. And yeah, don't come to any of those in-person sessions if you're sick. And then everything else you can kind of read through. I mean, of course, I abide by the standard university policies for honor code, preferred pronouns, misconduct, harassment, and discrimination, and religious observances. So any questions about the syllabus? Fairly boilerplate.